Muslims need to pay tithes to us like Christians do. We have responsibilities too, CLERIC says in a video. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel to be the first to get notified when we put hot, juicy news updates. Please click on the notification bell. The Nigerian cleric Alpha JJ Agba has spoken on how he employed social media for his religious teachings as a way to reach the youth. The cleric said they need to be certainly rich is the main reason why some religious leaders are dipping their hands into unholy acts. Wow. I'm reading this, I'm like, okay. Wow. Well, I don't see is it in the Quran? Because this title of a thing has a scriptural backing for the Christians. Yes, it does have a scriptural backing, and apart from having a scriptural backing, it's also, some people always testify that no, they don't joke with their tithes, that they see the wonders of them paying their tithes and all. You know why? Of course, some people are kick against it. Some people say no. In fact, I'm not even going to give the tithe to the church or to my pastor. I'm going to, use it to. So everybody with their own. But doesn't it have a backing, as a scriptural backing, just like the Christian have? Doesn't it have the scriptural backing by the Quran? I would like to know. There is in detail. Please stay with us. Alpha JJ Agba stated that Muslims should do well to help the leaders by supporting them in the forms of tithes and offerings. A Nigerian cleric, Alpha JJ Agba, has made a case for Muslims paying tithes as Christians do. He said as Alphas also need money to run as there are many responsibilities. In a video interview with Bisola Alawode, he said that it does not cost some people anything to also pay tithes. My background. Speaking about how he started, he said his father is the Grand Chief Imam of Ikinro land in Osun State. According to him, his father and mother were classmates at the same Quranic school. He added that growing up, he never had any option other than to listen to his father because his mother would never pamper against his dad's instructions. My challenges before I became known. Alpha JJ Agba said he does other businesses aside from his cleric work because he does not want to steal. He narrated his various challenges during his journey, saying that he tried hard before he gained visibility. The man stated that he became a trendy Muslim cleric who uses relatable songs to preach because he wants to get his target audience. Support us with tithes and offerings. According to him, the covetous youth in Islam, posturing as cleric, are those tarnishing the religion. He said he does not use what is more than his income. Alpha JJ Agba stressed the need for people to support the clerics in monetary kind, as doing the Lord's work is not an easy job. I will return your tithe. Meanwhile, Legit Dojenji earlier reported that the General Overseer and founder of Deeper Christian Life Ministry, Pastor William Solomon Shokomi, said he could give a member back their tithes and offerings. It was gathered that the man declared he would do that if he found out that such a member is living in sin. The statement was made at the church headquarters in Lagos while he was speaking with members of the commission. Okay, what an embarrassing statement. Our Prophet Muhammad saw, was he not a businessman who at his own was making his income? He did not rely on any tithes to get his living, and he still preached. Go and look for a job, and all your work as a cleric would be for God to reward. Well, depending on how you people say this, like I asked previously, does it have a scriptural backing? Like I said, some Christians, it is there scripturally, don't get me wrong, but some people, they still do it by choice. The people who, they take it to themselves that no, this thing is scriptural, it has its backing, and they have gone from it has a scriptural backing, we were asked to do it too. They have experienced what that does for them, the tithe they pay. While some others, they're like, they pay it because they're asked to, and there are other people who they reluctantly pay, Then whenever there's an argument for, paying tithe or not paying tithe, you see these ones coming out to, sometimes they complain. Why some others will tell you they don't even pay tithe to pastors, they don't pay tithe to churches, that who they pay tithe to, that they give the less privileged, they give maybe orphans and the orphanage, they give, for instance, aged people that need income. That is what they do. So I ask again, I would like to know, does it have a scripture backing? I don't think it's out, because I'm seeing a lot of people dragging this man out. For crying out loud, this man just, how am I good? He did not say you should, he did not say you should pay. He said they should. He's not saying it's a must. Because Draggers Association, they're not taking it lightly on this man at all. Okay? He's a typical Nigerian clergy who wants to use the name of God to make his members. There are only 1,001 in the country. Do you think so? I don't think so, because he also said he works. He said he works. Why not study what the man has said very well? I'm against the said money to... I'm against using the said money to feed or cater for himself. The house of God did maintenance, pay bill, and many other things. He may have been wrong to call it tithe, but what other way can a mosque use to generate money? Zakat after prayer is Jimmat, is a sort of offering, but can't help. The man may be on point, as they may be short of funds to run the affairs of the mosque, but I don't think tithe is acceptable in Islam. He wants way to bring in money, which is necessary in running the affair of missionary. Exactly my point. I don't see anything wrong with him coming out to say this, but maybe, like I said, maybe fighting. Somebody is bringing to my knowledge that fighting is not actually scriptural in Quran. It's not written in their holy Quran. It's not backed. So it is wrong. And of course, I don't want to believe that they don't take as in. Then how do these people grow if they don't ask for, if they don't request for funds? It is going to be a plea. Because this thing is people's money. There are churches that they ask, they plead, maintaining some of these big churches we see. It also takes money. And where do you think the money comes from? Certainly not the owners. It is actually members that gets to pay for this thing. So, me, I don't see anything wrong with it. But the way he went about, maybe the tithe thing there is what is making people attack him. Definitely, with what I'm seeing here, tithing is not backed by Quran. Okay. Thanks, brother. Same goes to true pastor like Apostle Paul in the Bible. He did many just to sustain himself so that he will not be a burden to those he preached to. Okay, even talking about the member that said, the pastor now, the Deeper Life, GO, that came out to say he was going to return people's tithe to them if he found out that they're living in sin. I don't know how good that is but maybe if they give us the whole story, maybe he's trying to encourage them to live a life of holiness. To be a Christian is not easy. The same thing to be a godly person is not easy, sincerely. Okay, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of the day.